Hi, this is Sal with Decco Ranch. You won't believe this, but yesterday I brought home 3 brand new 2020 Honda Rebel 500s, all with ABS. There are 3 colors that Honda offers for these bikes. We got all 3. Plain language, there's the blue one here, that's mine. There's a silver one and a black one, and it's very, very shiny black. You'll see all 3 of them. We picked them up yesterday. I'll show you unloading and first impressions. We'll move into specs, and we'll move pretty fast here. We'll move into, well, I'll do a first ride. We'll move into the specs and, oh gosh, differences from 2020 versus 2019 and any previous years, and final impressions after that. There were 3 of us, and each one of us had impressions. So we'll go over that real quick. Okay, so let's take a look at these 3 bikes. Whoa!
Oh. Dude, I'm breaking you by it.
We already bought it. Okay, this is the Honda Rebel 500. It does have modifications to it, which are, Ziggy, you want to point them out? We've got the crash guard, and off of that we've got front pegs, because it comes with mid pegs. There you go. They only came in black and chrome. The crash guards that we got were closer in to the body. They have some that stick out more, except the foot pegs were going to create more sticky out, so we went with the lesser invasive on the crash guards because of the front foot pegs. And the front foot pegs are there just for you to rest your feet when you're cruising. Otherwise you use the mid pegs for all the shifting. And we also added on as an option, and these all have ABS, we also added on the saddlebags. Had a choice, an option of black saddlebags or the black studded, and with this black bike we went with the black studded. They are locking saddlebags and they are hard, and it unlocks, there's a key that, was it the ignition key or was it a separate one?
It's a separate key.
Okay, it's got its own key. All right, cool. And we also added on as a modification a passenger seat. So, and was it comfortable?
Pretty comfortable. I don't like the saddlebags on the back of the calf, but I'm
because you notice it heated up in the sun. Do you guys want to sit on it and show how 2 people can sit? And the foot pegs are not down.
Yeah.
The foot, oh, you're not on the seat, but your foot pegs are not down.
Where's the foot pegs?
Right above your foot, here.
Oh. There you go. I see, but the saddlebags are weird. Okay.
Yeah, the saddlebags are going to be a little more invasive.
There's a lot more space now.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I actually have more space. I can sit back.
You got a ton of space there.
Look, I can shove him off.
So we have plenty of space for 2 if needed. But that's the extent of
a handle.
a hold? Really?
Oh yeah, it's the belt loop.
Okay, cool. So you could grab onto it.
All right, I'm gonna hop off, maybe.
Okay.
Let's see if I can fit my feet.
Now we come to the silver Rebel 500. These are 2020 Honda Rebel 500s. They're brand new out. We have been waiting to get them, and the reason we waited for the 2020 Honda Rebel 500 is because the new 2020s have LED lights up front. They're really cool looking lights. 2019 did not have those lights, so everything is LED.
I feel like this is the one.
And LED in the back. And turn this one on. I need someone to turn it on. This one, the 2020s, also have the new display. Instead of that stupid little rectangle, they have a half circle here, and it actually tells you what gear you're in.
I like the circle.
So that was not 2019. 2019 was just a little rectangle, and you had to know what gear you were in or figure it out. Now you don't have to, because it's on the new 2020s. So this is the silver. And then we come to the blue one. There are only 3 colors in the Honda Rebels this year. You have black, silver, and blue. And this is the blue. We got the same mods on all 3 of the bikes. The only difference being that the saddlebags on the silver and the blue are straight black. And the saddlebags on the black, we did the same saddlebags but studded, with silver studs all the way around, which looks really cool on the black. Okay, these are the lights on, and these are the brights on the Honda Rebel 500. All 4 come on, otherwise it's just the 2. Get a better view of the silver one, huh?
See my summer jacket?
Yeah. Oh, I have one of those in the room. I don't know.
The stuff still in it? Well, you just have lining to pop out.
See, look. What are you talking about? I got 2 jackets.
This is the silver one. Silver one, this is really a pretty bike. How were the seats? Were they comfy?
Yeah, I like the seat.
How was the back seat as a passenger, Stace?
It's not bad.
Was it comfy? Still cushy enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, let me put my stuff in my
In the
stuff
locking
holder.
case.
See?
That's what it's for. Wow.
Now we chose these particular ones. We could have gone soft. Didn't want to go soft. I wanted something locking, weather resistant, and that could actually hold something. So that's why they chose these bags.
Oh, sunglasses. Yeah.
Dang, it doesn't do it like the ground.
It's not the Grom.
I could just strap my hat on.
You could just stick them in my tub right here.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Or
I have
in your
that right
own
here.
tub.
Yes, you have your own saddlebag. Z. That is really Velcroed down. And what they said is you cannot take the key out unless it is in the lock position. That sounds good. Okay, Stace? Start your engine. Is it scary? Switching to a new bike, is it scary? This, what?
It was in first gear. I had to get it down to neutral.
Oh. Okay, guys. I'll catch up to you later. And mine's still here waiting for me. I am going to go put some gear on, and I'm very excited to give it a test drive. Oh, this is a pretty blue. They only come in 3 colors. We got them all. But after riding around in the 2020 Honda Grom, this will be really fun to ride around. Oh, and the 2019 KTM 390 Duke, which is a super, super fun bike. So I'm excited to Now ride around on the Rebel 500, the 2020 Rebel 500. The kickstand, I don't know if you can see, it has a little peg on it. See it from this view. Watch out, dog. Watch out. You can see it from this view. There's a little vertical peg on that kickstand, and it allows you to just use your foot. Pushes up very nicely. Okay. Let's start it, see what it sounds like. Oh my God, it started right up. Very, very light. I'll tell you, this bike is amazingly light when you get on it. It likes being upright. It's really cool. Nice feature. It's just part of the ergonomics. And it's got a little level. I don't know if they all, no, the others don't, but it's got a little level on it. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to go over all the normal features on it. Everybody knows that. You just want to see what's on for the 2020. I'm going to pull it on up, put my gear on, and take it for a ride. Okay. I'm about to take the first ride on my new 2020 Honda Rebel 500. It starts up so easy. I don't know if you can see that display. It's not exactly bright. Oh my gosh. This is nice. This bike likes to go. It makes it really easy to go in this too. Drop it up to fourth. Oh, it feels so stable on the road. Take it to fifth. Whoa! Oh, fun bike. Very, very stable feeling. And okay, I've only been riding the little Honda Grom 125, and before that, well, after that, the KTM 390 Duke, which is really, really fun. Drop it down some gears here. Coming up to the stop sign. I'm going to stop by my daughter's because they have the other two. Wow, it gives you time to do things. So this is not one of those bikes where you've got to be super quick. It actually gives you time to shift. It's built for a more beginner type bike, but very forgiving. I like that. Jumps right out though. I took it to fifth gear. It does have 6 gears because I just popped it up to 6 for a moment. Drop it down to fifth. Got a stop sign coming up. That is cool. This bike has a really, really solid feel, and I'm sure all the Rebels are that way. But like I mentioned a little earlier, I went looking and waiting. I gotta drop gears here. I went waiting for the Honda Rebel, the 2020 Honda Rebel 500. Just because it has the LED headlights, and you don't get the LED headlights or the gear shifts on the display here, where I can see I'm in third gear along with my miles per hour. The only thing I don't like is that it's not very bright, that display. But oh my gosh, I love seeing what gear I'm in just because I'm like that. I like seeing. There's no mistakes then. And yeah, I'm a beginner rider. You know, I haven't been riding all that long. Sure, I grew up with dirt bikes and And I've had quads for years and years on the ranch, but I don't think that counts here. It's a totally different feel on a two-wheel versus a four, and that it had been years and years and years since I'd been on a bike before this. I'm just cruising in third gear and it's happy. This is a really nice, forgiving bike. Whoops. Oopsie. Oh, remember to take it off. There we go. So I just went around it in the turn in second gear and it was fine. The blinker's very obvious to see on your little dash display so that you remember to take it off. You'll see it. Very cool. I'm just coming up to a stop sign. We are going to go visit its twins. So I got the blue one. See that blinker? Drop it down to first. And take the blinker off. Whoops. There we go. I bought the blue one, and my daughter has the silver one and the black one. So we got all three colors that Honda offers for the Rebels, and they're all Rebel 500s with ABS. But for 2020, we got them all. Okay, we're back. We'll go over what's new for 2020, and there are 5 items. It pretty much comes down to these 5 items that are new for 2020, which is headlights, the LED headlight. I don't know if you can see it, it's turned as much as it'll go there. The LED headlights and turn signals, and the back lights as well. Did not have those in 2019. Also the dash right here. The dash has that big half, well, like a 2/3 circle on it now, and it includes the gear display that tells you what gear you're in. 2019 did not have that. This is the thicker seat, denser padding. The shocks have been improved for a better, smoother ride. The clutch. The clutch has the now assist clutch and slipper clutch, so that it is improved, and it's supposed to be 30% less effort. You're supposed to be able to do it with one finger, which I can. Perfect. And that is a very forgiving clutch in there. The whole bike is forgiving because it does not drop down like some of them do when you go to shift, where you have to be really quick or you'll end up having to downshift. Don't have to worry about that on this one. This one maintains its speed pretty well. All right, I'm going to cover the specs real quick while you stare at that beautiful bike there. It offers 3 colors, the matte blue jeans metallic, which is what you're looking at. And I've noticed that that blue looks a little different times of the day, the way the sun hits it. Sometimes it's lighter and brighter, and sometimes it's darker. Put it in the shade, it looks like a navy blue almost. You put it in the bright sunshine, and it's very metallic and just brilliant. The other colors, graphite black and matte armored silver. Those are the ones that Stacy and Ziggy took home. The Honda Rebel 500s, of course, are the parallel twin cylinders, 471 cc's. The seat height is 27.2. None of that has changed. Fuel capacity, 2.96 gallons, so it's just under 3 gallons. 45.9 horsepower, 6-speed, chain-driven. Front suspension with a non-adjustable 41mm fork. Rear suspension has a spring-load adjustable shocks. ABS is optional, $300 difference. We chose to get ABS on all 3. The wheelbase, 58.7 inches. The rake is 28 degrees. The fork angle is 30 degrees. The trail is 4.3 inches. And the curb weight on the Rebel 500 is 408 pounds without ABS or 414 pounds with ABS. So there's a 6-pound difference there. And that's not, of course, including any modifications that you may put on it or that the dealer may put on it before you buy it. So the base price on these is $6,199 without ABS or $6,499 with ABS. This price, of course, does not include tax, license, registration, or the $380 destination charge. And, of course, it does not include any modifications made to the bike. Okay, we covered the specs. We've covered everything else. Now it's down to the final impressions on this. In fact, the first impressions that we had when we went to pick them up. Number one, that seat sits low. It's only 27.2 inches. It sits low. You could flat foot it. Anybody pretty much could flat foot it. Number two, it's got some fat tires, particularly in the back. There's some fat tires, and I think that adds to the stability of it on the road, though. Number three, this bike likes to stand up. You stand it up there, and it's very light on its feet. For 414 pounds, not including the modifications, this thing sits light on its feet. It's amazingly light. It starts very, very easily. One finger and poof, it goes. You don't have to do anything special for it. It feels so solid and stable going down the road. These are our first impressions when we first picked it up and first looking at it here and first ride. It feels very, very stable going down the road. You feel like you've got a lot of power there. It's got a lot to give, but it's not going to jump out from under you. So in other words, it's not a sport bike. It's not going to blitz places. It's not going to win those sprints, but this is your steady, solid workhorse. This is going to get the job done. It shifts so easy. It's so forgiving that you just enjoy being on the bike and shifting with it. It's just, there's no problem with anything on this bike. It just works so easily. Stacy's impression of the Honda Rebel 500 is that she felt very stable and safe on it, but it liked to go fast. So it liked to go, but at the same time, she felt like she was very secure on the road. It's just a very stable feeling bike when you take off on the road. I was impressed. She also felt that it smoothed out the bumps in the road. Ziggy's first impression was that it was very smooth on the road and that it smoothed out any defects in the road. I think that comes back to Stacy smoothing out the bumps as she described it. And he also said, and these are his words, it turns like bread on butter. That's a good thing. So remember that when you're turning, it's bread on butter. That's it. I hope this video helps you to form your own opinions. Please hit the like and the subscribe button so we can keep on doing this. And in the meantime, ride safe and keep those horses moving.